from what I was told, surprised even his booth mates that he was going to go back to the Cowboys. And also, people want to know what's going to happen with Joe Tessitore and Booger McFarland. Well, the Booger Mobile he was in the Booger Mobile because it was in Jason Witten's contract that he was the only analyst in the booth. So that goes away. So there is no Booger Mobile after this. If Booger McFarland stays on the Monday night team, then Booger McFarland will be in the booth. Now, I'm not sure if the mothership does a drive-by with Peyton Manning again, which I would. Greg Olsen, Carolina tight end. You replace one tight end with another one. And Greg Olsen has had more reps in doing this than Jason Witten did. And I could see that trio of being in the booth. So Booger and Greg Olsen and Joe Tessitore. But I don't know what they're going to do. There's talk of maybe a Kurt Warner as a possibility in there. Kirk Herbstreit, would you bring him in? But I was told that, ESPN was surprised. The people were surprised on the Monday Night Crew that Jason Witten was going back to play football. Yeah, Paul.
Do you believe, and this is pure speculation, that higher-ups in ESPN management are relieved today? Because they had a problem, somewhat of a ongoing problem on their hands, that the Jason Witten experiment got lukewarm at best reviews. That's being fair from the public's review this year. And now they're not in a position where they have to blow up the booth or let Jason Witten go. Or he solved a problem for them by going back to the Cowboys, possibly.
I would think that privately there's some people who are relieved because this is what ESPN did, and they shouldn't have done it, because you put him in the booth and you think, oh, we'll find the next Romo. Well, why don't we get a Dallas Cowboy tight end who caught passes from Romo? And so you put him in on this big stage, and he wasn't ready for this. I mean, Jason Witten is a wonderful guy and a fun interview, but he wasn't meant for that. That you have to have reps before you get there. We're looking for the next Sean McVay. We're looking for the next Tony Romo. It doesn't happen like that. The NBA is still looking for the next Michael Jordan. Like, it doesn't happen. These are unique. They're unicorns. Certainly Romo is. But, hey, let's get what they had. You can't get that. So you had Witten in there, and Jason shouldn't have been doing it. He should have been, doing a second-tier game or third-tier game for Fox or CBS. He needed reps. And then you put him in the booth by himself with play-by-play, and sometimes having that other guy in there who can tap you on the shoulder to say, hey, I got this. Or, hey, let's make eye contact. You talk and then I'll talk. You had Booger out in the Booger Mobile. So now you bring him in. The question is, do you do Greg Olsen or Kurt Warner? Can you get Peyton Manning to do this? But, yeah, I do think that ESPN should be relieved that Jason Witten went back to play football. Do I think social media played a role in this? Yes, I do. Because nobody wants to read how bad they are. And he was uncomfortable in there. Some of the things he would say just didn't make sense. And it was Monday Night Football. You want everybody to watch and listen, and then when they do, then you're going, oh, boy. I wish they weren't watching and listening because they're hearing and seeing all of this. He wasn't comfortable, and, but you don't give up these jobs, by the way. I've said this to athletes. If you get that job, don't leave, because they all think, maybe I go back and play again. If you get a job like Monday Night Football, you don't give it up to play one more year of football, because Jason Witten's future is not as an analyst, certainly on a big stage like that. Could he be part of a pregame show? Maybe more of a local, like Dallas pregame show. But maybe he's going to be a coach. I mean, he's beloved. He's a Hall of Famer. But, there are very few who can do it well on the big stage. And Jason is just not one of those guys.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.